Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Hunter Foreman, and today, I haven't talked to this person in about 3 years. This is the first time I've seen this person in 3 years. We've somewhat kept in contact. I don't know whether to say it was consistent, but we still kept in contact. Me and this person were really close towards the tail end of our high school careers, and then she decided to do that one thing and just go MIA to a different country.
Seriously?
No, not a different state, people. I said different country, across the pond, like in some other hemisphere. That is actually correct. In a different hemisphere. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, the beautiful Diane Kenney's in the building.
Woohoo!
So, I'm interested to hear, one, where did you go?
I went to Germany. I went to Wiesbaden, Germany.
Wiesbaden, Germany.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to ask why.
Okay. Obviously, we all know I was in a relationship that he got stationed out there, and I went with him. And
was this something that you had to think for a long time, or was this something that you were just like, okay, boom, I'm going, like, automatically?
Well, I kind of figured I'd go with him anyways, but I figured he'd be stationed, like, in Texas or Georgia, And then it said Germany, and I was like, okay, I guess that could be cool. So I didn't really have to think twice about it. I was just kind of nervous, if that makes sense.
Well, it's a different country, so you kind of have to take it kind of, like...
Serious?
Yeah, very serious,
I know.
Because this isn't America. This is like...
I know.
You're on different soil.
Yeah.
So what's life like over there?
Beautiful. Everyone there is so tall and so skinny, so in shape.
That doesn't surprise me, but also it does surprise me.
Yeah, everyone walks everywhere. It snows all the time. It's beautiful. It's just a little scary just because obviously I don't understand the language. Did you ever learn anything? Like words?
Yes.
Yes, I learned Sprechen Sie English, which means do you speak English? I learned,
I'm guessing that was your favorite one.
Yes, that's obviously I had to use that. But a lot of people there actually spoke English, so it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like, I had a really hard time communicating with people because they understood. You know what I mean? Most people spoke English at least enough to tell me where to go or what to do.
Oh, well then there you go. As long as nobody was like, oh, get this American chick away from me.
No, and we lived on a military base, so I was with a bunch of Americans.
Oh, well then there you go. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Now, so how long did you live there, really specifically?
About 11 months.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought it was longer. Mm-hmm. I thought you just was you said, screw everybody, I'm going to go have another life.
No, I left in August of 2016, and I got back, June of this year.
Wow. Okay, so, I'm not going to ask why...
I can hear it coming.
I'm not going to ask why you came back, but I will ask this question.
Okay.
At that moment, did you think it was the right decision?
To come home?
Yes.
I knew it was right to come home from the moment I got there. In
as soon as you got there, you're like, yeah, I want to go home.
In August of 2016, I knew I was needed to go home.
First things first, that's commendable because that's you taking, that's a big risk for people.
Yeah.
I couldn't just go to Japan or something like that.
No, I know. I know.
And you know what I'm saying? The first thing, because like I said, me and Diane are friends, and the first thing that when I figured out that she was like, oh, I'm in a different country, I was like, she's living that scenic Instagram life that every girl really wants.
Except for I didn't explore and have that life, so
it
wasn't that great.
That's what I'm saying. So what was your least favorite thing about the experience, and favorite thing about the experience?
Favorite thing, I met a really cool couple, and the guy's actually from Plano, Texas.
That's tight.
Least favorite, hanging out with Christian. Seriously. I'm so serious.
Okay, we're gonna skip past that. So, let's backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
High school.
Okay.
Now, I've talked to a lot of people from Roy City High School, and all from different, walks of life, different crews, different races, different creeds, and everything. I think you would agree to this. It's very group oriented.
It is.
It's very like, I don't want to say segregated, but that's what it sounds like. That's the best thing to sound like. Like if you have to have your own group, like it's kind of weird if you kind of stand in your own, like where, like, first things first, when did you start to realize that it was very group oriented?
I guess my sophomore year, whenever, like, I think my freshman year, everyone, is, like, surrounded by everyone, and you can't have, like, a lot of friends, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then sophomore year, it's kind of like everyone splits off, and if you hang out with those people, then you're not sitting with them the next day. You know what I mean?
Weird to me.
It is.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. High school's a very difficult time because there's a lot of pressures. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of trials and tribulations as a teenager that you have to go through that not a lot of people like understand. Which I understand that sounds weird, but it comes with high school. Like, you're gonna get bullied, you're gonna get ridiculed, you're gonna get like placed in a certain category. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Did you ever like consider yourself in any specific category, or you were just like, I'm just a person?
Pretty much just a person. I mean, I think I literally have had the same best friend for like 7 years now. So it was always just like, I'm not hanging out with like just the football people or just like the art people. You know what I mean? Like, I never was just like, oh yeah, I was just me. I don't know. And I didn't play sports, so it wasn't like I belong in those groups. I don't know how to explain it.
But you were just doing your own thing, though.
Yeah, and I had fun. And I talked to people from like all different kinds of groups. It wasn't like I just talked to a specific group. So I think that's why it was so easy for me to just be able to like hang out with everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there was people. Diane's one of the nicest people you will ever meet in your life. God. No, I'm dead serious.
Thank you.
Because especially in that type of environment, you need nice people.
Yeah. Because
there's a lot of not nice people at the time that are happening. So would you like, would you say you learned a lot from high school, or did you learn a lot from when you left?
Probably when I left.
Really? Was it just more like real life lessons, or was it just like, okay, like you're not the person I thought you were, you're not the person I thought you were?
I think real life lessons. I think I had my life planned out how I wanted it to go, and it went nowhere near there. And I think I got to see also, though, like, the awful side of people. You know what I mean?
It's terrible, actually.
Yeah, when I left, I mean, I surrounded myself with people who didn't really have my best interest, and I think I learned a lot.
I mean, there's certain things that happen. Like, I feel like your friend circle gets smaller every time, each year you progress in high school. I feel like it's really huge in your freshman, sophomore year, and then your junior year you kind of look around and you're like, this is kind of small. And then senior, it's like, oh, I'm just hanging out with this one person. Yeah, and that's it. So I mean, did that ever bother you, that it kind of got smaller and smaller and smaller? No,
because I had some shitty friends, like freshman, sophomore, and junior year.
That you just figured out they were just like, nah.
Yeah, that just wanted to party and do stuff that I really didn't need in my life. So no, I was happy, more than happy with just having like 2 friends.
Well, so I'm guessing that whole party, high school lifestyle thing was just not for you.
It wasn't. I had a job. I had, responsibilities. I was paying for a car. I was doing things that people, still to this day aren't doing. People get mommy and daddy's credit card and they, have fun. And I didn't live that life. I had to pay for everything. I paid for my entire prom. I paid for everything my senior year.
Whoa. You paid for your entire prom?
I paid for everything. I paid for my ticket, my dress, my shoes. I paid for my car. I paid for my oil changes, my gas, I paid for everything.
That's insanity. Yo, first things first. If the dude is listening to this right now, you need a woman like this, okay? Who pay not necessarily pays for everything, but pays for her so that she is taken care of. That's what's up. I didn't. Okay, I'm not sitting here and I had any reservations, but that just surprised me just a little bit. I knew you were grown, but I didn't know you was that grown.
People think I'm just spoiled. Like, they seriously just think...
No, I didn't think that.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. I knew, like, okay, so I met Diane through mutual friends, of course. But I got to know Diane on a personal level when, I think it was like junior year. I want to say between like junior and senior year, and you just have like a lot of this like wisdom about yourself. Like it's very like I'm being serious. Like you have this caretaking, motherish kind of vibe.
Really?
Where like you look out for people.
So like a mom.
Yeah, kind of, but without. If you would have put a label on it.
Oh God.
Like you would make a good mom, basically.
Seriously, I don't even want kids.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. But if you did, coming from a person who credits you for a lot of certain things, which we'll get into.
Okay.
But I would say that I would say like if you just have the one kid, that kid raised up to be a very smart kid, boy or girl.
I'll keep that in mind.
And funny note, for the 4 years that I got to know Diane, I thought she was half black.
Everybody does. I still get that to this day. People think I'm half black. I'm so serious.
Because I was like, I think one of my friends was like, "Yo, what do you think she is?" I said, "She's half Mexican, half black." And you're like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I could tell." And he's like, "What do you mean you could tell?" And I was just like, "I don't know. You just could tell." Like that's what the way I guess the influx. Like I don't get the I can't believe I'm about to say this. I don't get the sazon from you. I don't get the Latin spice from you. I guess that's just me. I just thought you were just Mexican and half black.
No, I'm white and Mexican, and that's it.
That's interesting because for the longest time, I remember one time you told me you either told no, you did tell me you're half white, okay? Because I remember you told me like, no, I'm Mexican, and I was like, I know that, but just like, but you're half black, right? And you're like, no, I'm like.
No, I'm not. I get that all the time. I literally will get people stop me and be like, "What are you mixed with?" All the time. People don't even know.
It's weird because I can spot, since I'm half black myself, I can spot a half black person at least sometimes, but
wrong.
Exactly, I was wrong on that one, but it's okay. It's okay. You live and you learn. For real. But so yes, this is the first time that I've spoke to this girl in 3 years. What has changed in those 3 years?
Really? I mean, to point out the obvious.
You don't have to. You don't have to point out that, but I'm talking about within yourself.
Oh well, I mean, I think that kind of ties in too. I think I learned a lot about myself being in that position that I was in. I think I learned that I need to love myself more, and that people need to respect me, and if they don't, then get the hell out of my life. And that's pretty much it.
Have you grown more as a person, like through like that experience, and then coming back and was like.
I mean, I think so. I think that I appreciate things more, and I think that I'm kind of more aware of people who, just really don't care. And I think that I can get myself out of that position. And so,
so would you classify yourself as kind of like an introverted kind of person?
Yes.
Was it just the way you were raised, or was it just, or is that how you kind of like you painted yourself into that corner?
Probably just the way I was raised. I mean, I don't think I've changed. I don't think I've changed much to be. Well, extroverted is whenever you're like super, like you get along with like everyone. Okay, and introvert is when you're super shy.
Well, introverted is like, because, and this is gonna be very weird because it's an oxymoron. And Kendrick Lamar said it, and he says he's an antisocial extrovert, which antisocial means is related to introverted. But he's an antisocial extrovert, which I classify myself as, because I don't like being around people a lot.
I don't either.
But if I go somewhere with like my friends and stuff, then yeah, I'm extroverted.
Weren't you at a party last night?
Shut your mouth. But you told me not to move in. Okay, alright, okay. I just got one up on my own show. That's okay. That's okay. I was at a concert, thank you very much.
Okay.
But wow, Diane, that was crazy. But anyways, but where, like, so it's basically how you're raised. So your mother's Mexican, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
Your dad's black.
Yeah. No, my dad's white.
Your dad's white. Wow, I'm
get
still
it together.
I can't get it. Okay, and your dad's white. So, I'll ask, were they together raising you through the majority of your?
Oh yeah, my parents split up when I was like 14, and they're still friends. They get along, so they'll do everything they can, you know, for me and my brother. But they split up when I was 14, so like my freshman year.
So you just have one older brother.
Yes.
Okay. That is okay. Yeah, because your brother went to high school. My brother.
Yeah.
Which is correct.
Yeah.
So, what is it like growing up in a multiracial household?
Not different at all. Like, at all. My dad just did everything my mom said. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't... And she's got that, like, you know, whenever, like, Mexican moms are, like, mad and they're just, like... Like, that's it. That's the only thing that was just, you know, ever, like, oh, my God, you know?
Yep, I've been yelled at about a few Mexican moms. But that's a different story.
But that's about it, you know? It wasn't anything crazy. Everybody got along and stuff like that.
How does your parents take you moving to a giant, across the pond, basically?
My dad would literally message Christian like once a month and say like, "Get my daughter effing home," like, and my mom would just call me and crying and be like, "I miss you." So they didn't take it well at all.
So at all. I mean, how long did it take for them to get? Like, did they just not get used to it, or
ever? Oh no, ever.
Wow.
No.
So the whole 11 months, it was just kind of like,
yeah. But they would just talk.
Like now.
They would talk about me behind my back. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't, like, message me all the time and be like, oh, you know, come home. They would just talk crap about me. And be like, I want her to come home, you know. Not crap, but, you know, just say, like, I want her to come home, blah, 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 to each other. And then I would find out.
Which is understandable, because that's their only daughter, and they're, like, she's across the Atlantic Ocean with some dude. That's like some, hey... I just met this guy on a tour bus.
But it's not like that at all.
No, okay, well, I'm comparing it as into, like, I'm leaving, like, right now.
Oh, yeah, no. But I knew I was leaving for, like, months. I mean, I got married in February, and I didn't leave till August.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, shit, okay.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Was it the marriage that you hoped, that you painted yourself?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not at all.
I'm guessing the proposal was corny?
Well, I mean, okay, the proposal was sweet. I think, regardless, I think it's not like, you know, it doesn't be something big and drastic, but it was sweet and stuff like that. But I found out the day that I got married that he cheated on me while we were engaged.
A moment of silence for that. This is a perfect segue into a Taylor Monroe inspired segment that has been instilled in this show ever since you came on it.
Oh, God.
Which is called #relationship talk. So, where you seem like a very, when it comes to if you are willing to give your emotions, your time, your I guess emotions, your time, and I'm thinking of the third one. Body, I guess. That would be a third one, I guess.
Okay.
So, I mean, that is kind of that's the only three things. But you know, where you seem like a very trustworthy person. So I'm guessing you're the type of person that cheating, one, done, you're out.
No, like not at all.
Where does that? Whoa, okay, explain.
You would think so, but I mean, my entire relationship was like that, like since like the second month, and I was with this person for like 4 or 5 years.
What kept you there?
I think that I had this like huge mindset of like, I can change him. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, girl, just walk away, which I learned eventually.
This is about the time where I do a PSA on this show. Public service announcement.
Oh my God.
Girls, you can't fix a human.
Okay.
Unless you're a doctor, physically. If someone does one thing and it's something that you don't like, and then they do it again, and then they do it again, and do it again, chances are they're going to keep doing it until they're in the ground.
Yes.
So, my thing is this. Instead of, like, trying to, like, you need to not do this anymore and putting your foot down and saying, hey, here's a wrench, here's a screwdriver, I'm trying to fix you right now. How about, like, I'm just saying, like, instead of just trying to, like, fix them, empower them, if that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Like, empower them to, like, make them be a better person instead of trying to just, like, you need to stop this problem. Not, like, like, it's like you fixing one bolt on a loose table. Why don't you just fix all four and then it'd be a great table for a long time?
Okay, but I tried to do that and it didn't. So it got to the point where I was just like, you need to do this and do this.
Are you stubborn?
Yeah.
I mean, are you stubborn like as in like it's your way or it's
no absolutely
way?
not. Absolutely not.
You're a compromising person?
Yes.
Okay. So where do you draw the line?
I mean, I think it's different for everybody, but for me, it was just the point in my life where I was super depressed and I was like, this isn't ever going to change. And I saw myself just, becoming someone that I didn't like, and I was in bed for like 4 days at a time, just not ever getting up. I was passing out from not eating. I was just completely somebody that I didn't want to be, and I saw it, my mom saw it, and I just knew I had to come home and end everything because that person wasn't ever going to change for me like I changed for them. You know what I mean?
That's some... Were there times where it was just like you gave everything,
absolutely,
but you got nothing in return?
Yeah, I think stopping my life and leaving and moving to a different country for someone and, just leaving everything and then getting, nothing. You can't even get honesty. You just wake up to complete bullshit every morning. I mean, it was just like I would ask for something and I would get absolutely nothing in return. I would just say, hey, fill me in, and it was never like that. It was never like I didn't try to compromise or didn't try to fix the problem. It just like escalated completely. So
that's something that not only do I do not wish upon my worst enemy, but not even somebody that I absolutely despise. Like, right. I mean, to be in that situation where you are, what you're doing it's in the fact that I have to commend you because you kept it so optimistic the entire time.
I tried.
And not a lot of people would.
Yeah.
Some people would just be like, after 3 months, it's like, I need to go home. Like, yeah. You stuck it out for almost a year.
And told nobody.
Nobody. And that's in the thing. Okay, was that intentional?
Yes, because I didn't want... I mean, it was an 11-hour flight from Germany to Dallas. So I figured, okay, regardless if I tell somebody, what can I do and what can they do? You know what I mean? Like, what's making... I wouldn't make anybody feel better by worrying. And then, having to fly that long, like, it would make no sense. Like, it wouldn't get anywhere. I wouldn't want my family to take time out of their lives to come and worry about me.
I'm guessing there was a lot of... thinking on the flights to and from there.
Yes, completely.
So, because there's a lot of, adjusting. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of, you have to, basically, yeah, just adjusting to, a lifestyle that you specifically painted out for yourself. And it's just right. And then, basically, what you're telling me is that you painted this picture mm-hmm. that you thought was going to be there, mm-hmm. but then you got there, and in reality, that picture was nothing that you expected to be.
Right. I mean, I don't want to say it was all awful, because it wasn't. That would be a complete lie. But the moment that I got there, I figured I would be like welcomed, you know what I mean? Like, you know, hey, thank you for moving freaking to a different country for me. And, you know, leaving everything. And I got there and he literally pointed at some dirty dishes and goes, I left those for you.
Whoa. Wow.
And so I was just like, okay, so no. Like,
that's no. This is, I'm sorry if I'm like stuttering words because this absolutely shocks me, but it's like it's really making the ultimate sacrifice, really.
Yeah.
That's giving up 11 months of time that you really can't get back.
Yeah.
And have you like came to terms like, okay, that's in the past, let's move forward, or are you still working on that at this moment?
I'm still working on it. I think it's hard. I think like, you know, like I said, like 4 or 5 years of having like this picture of like what you think it's going to be like, and then it just completely, you know, doesn't turn out the way that you want it to. And I'm trying to get to the point where I can just be positive about it and be like, oh, this was a learning experience, but I'm not there yet.
It'll take some time because it's what, you've been back since June and it's September.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I guarantee you. Let's get back to hashtag relationship talk. Now, I give some scenarios to girls and guys, and and usually there's different answers, and sometimes the same answer. So I'm gonna give you one of the scenarios that was first. Okay, say you are dating this guy.
Okay.
He's this guy. And it's nothing. It's serious because y'all moved in together.
Okay.
But it's not serious because there's nothing, like there's no ring, there's nothing. But it's serious like that. You're going out with your girls.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Date night. You know what I'm saying? No guys, just you, your girls going to a club or something like that. Y'all about to have some drinks. Y'all about to have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
You come out, right? Looking like $1 million, bag of chips, all of that wrapped in one. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't give you that yo, wow look. He gives you that yo, go change. I don't want you looking like that look. What do?
You go have fun with your friends.
So you are not changing?
No.
Not at all?
No. I am not the kind of person who would walk out, like, where I wouldn't feel comfortable seeing my mom. You know what I mean? Like, if I went out and I saw my mom, I wouldn't want my mom to look at me and be like, you need to change. Like, I wouldn't ever want her to be, like, embarrassed of what I was wearing. I wouldn't ever put myself in that position to where I, like, you know, would make anyone uncomfortable. I'm not like that. But I think guys are just like, oh, wow, those skirts are way too tight. Like, no, it's not.
Well, first things first, if a guy says to a girl that skirt's way too tight, first things first, it took him courage to walk up to you, and he's probably trying to holler at you. Just saying. But, was that, when I ask people about this, and I say this scenario, people are always saying it's always a trust thing. So I'm guessing trust is number one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Three things you look for in a guy. Just three. 3 things I
look for in a guy. Yes. Respects his mom.
Talk about it.
Loves animals.
Okay, can we stop.
What?
You have I'm pretty sure you're gonna own a zoo in the next 15 years.
If a guy doesn't respect animals or like animals, who really what person doesn't like?
Talk to us about your respect for animals.
I love animals. I have a soft spot. You know those commercials where
it's Sarah McLachlan singing The Arms of an Angel.
Yeah, but you know there's also the ones with the kids.
Yes.
The ones with the kids, I'm like, flip through the channels.
No.
The ones with the animals, I'm like, bawling.
Those are kids. Those are humans.
Yeah, I know, but they can say, like, hey, I'm hungry, and a dog can't.
No, yo, that's wrong. I know. There are starving children in Africa right now.
Okay, and I feel for them, too, but just not as much as I do for dogs.
Okay,
and cats.
But it's because you have dogs that you love more than you love people.
Yeah, I'm sure if I was a mom, I'd feel different about it, but not there yet.
So explain to me, because I want to know, like, love for animals. Like, how far do you like? What do you like? Be like a vegan or something?
Oh no! I eat steak.
Okay, well there you go.
And stuff like that. But no. You know what I mean? Like, if you send a guy a meme of a freaking dog, and they're not like, oh my god, that's the cutest thing I've seen. Like, then I don't want to talk to you.
What? A meme? Yo, we need to talk.
You have to get a good reaction out of a freaking dog picture from someone.
Okay,
or they're just not human.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask you this.
Okay.
Is there such thing as an ugly dog?
No.
What? Oh my god.
No. You can rub your temples all you want. No.
Because I have seen some ugly dogs in my life.
No.
Okay, so have you worked at an animal shelter?
No, I wouldn't put myself in that position. That's sad.
Okay.
That's so sad.
This is weird.
Dogs get put down at animal shelters and stuff. I don't want to work there.
Okay, I'm talking about like giving away animals.
Have I given away an animal?
Like, I'm talking about like working for an organization who is like giving away puppies or giving away cats or giving away kittens.
I mean, my dog's adopted.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, like, would you work for would you work for like FEMA?
Oh no.
Okay,
I think that stuff's twisted. I don't really think that they're out to like help animals.
So my what I'm getting at is that I think you love animals.
Okay.
But you just love dogs.
No. Pandas are my favorite.
Have you seen a panda?
Yes.
Zoos don't count.
Okay, no.
Okay, so what's your least favorite animal? This is gonna be interesting.
Oh my god. I don't like. Do snakes count?
What do you mean? Do snakes count? Then yes.
Okay, well I didn't know. Like, it's not like a cuddly pet. I didn't know if that's what.
No. Okay, well, I mean, like, of course you prefer dogs over cats.
Yeah. Duh.
Well, that offends me because.
Are you a cat person?
I have a cat.
Oh well, I like cats. I would just rather have a dog.
I'm not a cat person, but I have a cat, and his name is Floyd.
You're also
Eustace.
A Steelers fan too.
Yeah, as you can
so
tell,
I'm low-key judging you on that.
Yeah. Listen, Diane's been judging me for a while. It's okay. So, this is okay. So, get back to the three things.
Okay. Oh yeah,
respect his mom, which should be very key.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a love for animals, which we dissected, which I just figured out that she doesn't just love all. She doesn't love all the animals. She just loves dogs.
That's not true. Just not snakes.
And doesn't like snakes. Okay, and number 3.
And the third thing, in a person. Oh, sense of humor. Duh.
They have to make you laugh.
Yes, at some point. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you this, and I want you to be very honest.
Okay.
Are looks a
must?
A must for you?
No.
I somewhat don't believe that.
Why?
I promised you that I wouldn't put you on blast, but I'm not going to. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna just keep it at that.
Okay, no, if a guy, let's just say like a not so good looking guy were to come up to me and say, you're so pretty, blah, 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 can I get your number? Versus like a really hot guy in my DMs, I would pick the less attractive guy.
What?
Yes. Okay, someone who comes up to you in your DMs is a no-go.
Okay, so we have cracked the code on, guys, if you want to get at a girl, don't slide in her DMs. Basically.
No, that's so lame. Like, nobody, that's so like...
How many, okay, I'm not gonna ask who, but what, like, the number.
Of what?
Of guys that have slid in your DMs. Is at least like 10.
Since when?
Since you came back.
Yes.
Like 10.
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me. So you would rather have a guy walk up to you in a respectful manner.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you are very pretty.
I mean, you don't even have to say pretty. Just, like, start a conversation.
Just be like, okay, for a specific anxious guy like me, who suffers from anxiety, that's not so hard. So if you could just give some tips to my male listeners here, and just say and just give us the best way to approach a girl.
I think starting out with a joke's funny. I mean, like, who doesn't want to laugh? You know what I mean?
Okay, who doesn't want to laugh? Okay, that's
right?
a good way.
You don't have to be hitting up a girl like, oh my god, girl, you're so pretty, or anything like that. Because, okay, first of all, like, probably don't like that. But anything. You can say anything. Anything.
Like, okay, like, scenario. A guy, like, say you're in Target, which girls love Target for some weird reason, which we'll get to in a minute, because I really need to figure that out. And a guy, you know what I'm saying, you're shopping for a shirt, basically. And what if he approaches you, like, saying something about, like, oh, like, and he's just, like, would you rather him have, like, a joke, or would you rather him say, hey, that shirt will look great on you?
Oh, the second one's probably better.
The second one's better?
Well, if in that scenario, with a shirt, yeah.
Okay, so... Okay, that makes sense. So, my thing is this. Guys approaching girls is so harder than girls approaching guys.
I think not.
Oh my god, do you know how nerve-wracking it is? Guys can't take rejection like girls do.
Okay.
It sucks for us. Especially, well,
it sucks
excuse
for
me
a
if
girl
I'm speaking
too.
from personal experience.
It sucks for a girl too.
Okay, but not as much. Y'all can just, like, hair flip and move on.
No, because I think when a girl, like, girls really don't go up and hit on guys, like, as often as guys do to girls. So when a girl does it, like, she really wants to do it.
Okay, but that says something like, if a, like, okay. I go to Red River in Dallas.
Okay.
Which is totally not my scene. If you know me, you know me, so you know this is totally not my scene.
Okay.
Which I've been there, once again proves my point. But anyways.
Okay.
It's nerve-wracking for me.
To, like, ask a girl to dance?
Exactly.
Why?
Very.
Girls go up there to get asked to dance.
Yeah, but also there's girls that play the cool card.
They're like, no, I don't want to dance.
No, I don't want to dance. I'm just there just because I look hot.
Then they're stupid. Why would you go to Red River not to dance?
Also, and that's what I'd say. But my thing is that it's hard. I truly believe it's harder for guys to ask a girl for, like, random. Like, if I was, like, in public and I saw this really pretty girl and then I was just like, I kind of want to go talk to her, see if I get her number. I would have to formulate a plan in my head for about 5 seconds, and there's a 5-second window before she leaves. And then as soon as I come up with that plan and I start to move, she moves or does something else, bam, it's over.
Okay, but why would it be any different for a girl?
Because girls are just be like, oh my god, he's cute, maybe I can just go talk to him. And then you talk to him. A guy is not going to, nowadays, guy is not going to reject a girl trying to talk to him.
That's not true.
What? Okay, unless he's in a committed relationship, which shout out to my dudes in committed relationships. Y'all are the real MVPs.
Yeah, all 2 of them.
All 2 million of them.
Whatever.
You know but anyways, I truly believe it's harder. Like, if a girl can take rejection better than a guy can.
Whatever.
Guys, if a guy walks up to you and he's like, he does the respectful thing, and then you're like, no, you know what I'm saying, no. Do you know if the word no from a pretty girl sounds like it does to your soul? It's just like, damn, you ain't worth it.
You ain't shit.
You ain't shit. Walks away. So, what's the number one thing that you have to do, like, for a guy to approach a girl, that they just so that it can be easier for them?
Start off with a compliment,
and then
go from there.
Initiate a conversation.
Yeah, okay, because if you hit up a girl and you're like, you're so pretty, and they hit you with some rude shit, then, like, I wouldn't waste your time on that anyways. So,
okay, and then, which I think there's 2 scenarios to this. You meet the nice girl, and then you meet the mean girl.
Uh-huh.
The mean girl, if she's like, what's the best way to handle rejection? She's like, alright, cool, thanks. Leave. Exit quickly. Yeah,
don't be a jerk. Don't be like, okay, I didn't want your number anyways. Because then, that's the douchebag.
That's the douchebag way. So, the mean way is to just exit quickly. The nice way is to just initiate a conversation.
Yeah.
It's not... So what you're saying is that it's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Okay.
And y'all don't have to get, like, married. Y'all can be friends. I think that's the problem, is people expect it to go somewhere.
Well, that's because when a guy sees a pretty girl, he automatically starts painting a tiny, tiny, tiny future.
I don't believe that.
They
just want to get some booty.
I mean, there's truth to that.
Yeah.
But, okay, so what... I'll ask you this.
Okay.
Do you think friends with benefits is a good concept?
Yes.
Why?
Because sometimes you just need to get laid without there being like this
I'm
whole...
sorry, this is just weird coming from her. So go ahead.
Without there being like strings attached, I think if...
Do you think you can pull it off?
Me?
Yes.
No, I'm attached as shit.
You could... So if you got to know this person and you're just like, you know what? Once a month, you know what I'm saying? A little appointment here and there.
I don't think I could do it, but I don't like hate people who do it. I'm like, damn, I wish I was like that.
So if you try, would you like be open to try it if somebody was like to?
No.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't be. I don't see myself just like, hey, it's 2:00, get in my bed. Like I would.
Get in my bed.
Yeah, I couldn't be like that at all.
That's it. Okay, well, and then we'll get, and of course, in hashtag relationship talk, we have first date tips. Any first date tips that you would like to share?
First date tips. Oh, okay. Well, for a girl, I think turn on your location for your best friend. You know.
Okay.
That way, if he's a creep, you need to know like where. Abby's location is on my phone, like
all the time.
All the time. Like I'll check it in the mornings to make sure she's home safe.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Well, that's okay. But then again, would that work for dudes?
Yeah, why not? Okay, well, yeah, because some girls are psycho too.
Yeah, some girls are psycho, but that would okay, so it would work for both sexes, basically.
Yes,
I think so. If a male was like, yo, bro, can you go get me this chick psycho? Or, hey, girl, this feels weird. Can you go get me?
Yeah. Also,
has that happened to you before?
I mean, I haven't really been on many dates, so...
No.
Okay. Oh, wait. I hung out with someone, I'm not going to say who, not too long ago, and I had to turn on my location.
Did your best friend come pick you up?
No, because she didn't have to, but I was just like, hey, bitch, just in case. Just in case, you know?
Just in case something gets weird, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's fair enough, because there's some weird dudes out there, and there's some weird girls out there, so that's very smart. Go ahead.
Also, I think establish a plan with your friends before. That way, like, hey, if this is going awful, call me with an emergency. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm feeling like this is more of a cop-out, like you don't want to be there.
No, I'm just saying, you never know nowadays.
Well, I understand that, but it's like, okay, those two tips are like immediate cop-outs. Like, I don't even want to be here in the first place.
Okay, well, what are you looking for, honey?
What I'm looking for is, like, first impressions. Like, you know what I'm saying? My first date tips are, first things first, keep floss in your car.
Okay.
Teeth check.
Oh, okay.
Breath check.
Okay.
Pit check. All of that. Those are very, very important things.
They are.
Second of all, make sure lint roller. Okay? Lint roller. Just to make sure you don't want to be looking dusty when you walk up in there. And of course, you don't, and I learned this the hard way, you don't ask a girl where she wants to go eat. You have a strict plan where you want to... Not strict plan, but like you have a planned thing.
What if you take her to a seafood restaurant and she's allergic to seafood?
Okay.
Or she's a vegan.
You gotta have backups. You gotta be smart.
Oh, wow, okay.
Okay, first of all, if she's a vegan, I feel like that's the first thing I would know right off the bat. Like, if a girl's a vegan...
Okay, but what if you just match on, like, what is it, Tinder?
Okay, first things first, I'm not on dating websites.
But what if you are?
Okay, what if I... Okay.
And then you don't figure that out. Y'all are just like, wow, y'all are cute. We should go to dinner. And then you plan out this date, and it's at a seafood restaurant, and she's allergic to seafood. So then what do you do, Hunter, huh?
What do I do? Oh, my God, that's hard.
Your ass is getting Burger King.
Yeah, this is not getting Burger King. She getting Steak and Shake. What are you saying? That's Burger King's here. Steak and Shake's up here. You know what I'm saying? It's upper class.
upper class.
That's upper class burger joint.
That's where you go when you're classy.
No, it's upper class fast food burger joint.
Oh, okay.
That would make sense.
Don't discriminate. Food is food.
Okay, well, yeah, but okay. So, same thing for you.
Okay, what?
Were you a picky person when it comes to this?
To food?
Yeah.
I just don't like seafood. That's why I threw that example.
You just don't like seafood, really?
I don't like seafood.
Future dudes who ask her out on dates. There you
and
go.
I don't like pickles. I hate pickles.
Don't like pickles?
Oh my god, I can't even stand the smell of pickles.
You know there was a pickle juice thing in Roy City, right? Like everybody just loved pickle juice.
That's fucking gross.
It was disgusting. I saw at least 5 different pictures on Twitter. Hey, with my girls, big ass jar of pickle juice with like straws all the way through it, and I was like, "What's wrong with you people?"
Yeah, that's gross. Ooh.
Also, I wasn't back to a dude you look for in a guy. Fitness.
Do I look for fitness?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not.
I know you don't want to slob, but I'm just asking.
Yeah, like as long as he's not like a tub of wubba, then I don't care.
No fat dudes for Diane, basically.
No, I mean. No, because I get in these moods where I'm like, damn, I need to work out. So I need someone who's going to motivate me to work out. I can't be dating no fat ass that just wants to sit, that just wants to sit on the couch and eat potato chips all day. Like, I can't do that.
Well, that's the thing is that I feel, so basically someone who motivates you.
Yeah. Someone
who is down for you and not just for the outer appearance.
Heck yeah.
So... I mean, has that ever happened to you, where somebody has tried to talk to you and they just talk to you just because of your outer appearance?
I mean, I'm sure somehow, but a guy that I talk to isn't gonna just be like, yeah, I want to get in that, so I don't ever get that. And if he does, then I don't remember. But no, I think I get pretty lucky. I don't get that many guys that are just gross.
Okay, number 1 turnoff.
I think. Like a guy that cusses at a girl. Oh my god, I can't stand that.
That's interesting.
Or a guy that whistles at a girl. That's so disrespectful to me.
What?
I hate that. Do not whistle at me. I'm not a dog. I hate that.
I'm not a dog, even though I love them.
I love them, but do not treat me like one.
So, I mean, okay, I understand the whistling thing, but what if it's like a heated argument?
I mean, I understand. I've been called like a bitch, and I was just like,
every girl's been called a bitch.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
A lot of girls have not been called a bitch. That's like one of the most disrespectful things you can call a girl.
I think every girl's been called a bitch.
By a guy.
At least somebody.
But to a girl's face. Like a guy said it to a girl's face. Probably not. Like, I've been called a bitch to my face, and I was like, you're right. Like, I'm being a bitch. And I wasn't even mad. But, like, if we're just talking. Yeah, but, like, if we're just talking and you were, like, cussing at me. Like, you know, if it's an argument, but it's, like, controlled and you're cussing at me. No, I don't like that.
Are you just going to walk away?
No, I'll probably hit him.
Okay, well, so you're not the type of person who just walks away. You're, like, knuckle up.
I think I've hit one person one time.
In the face?
Yes.
Wow. Diane's got balls, people.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Have you ever hit below the belt?
No.
That's interesting.
I don't think so.
That's interesting because you seem like a person who would be like, shut up.
No, like I said, I've hit one person, a guy in the face one time, and he deserved it.
Okay, well then there you go. This was interesting because first things first, we learned that you just love dogs. I mean, I'm convinced that you just love dogs. I mean, like it's like 80% you love dogs, 20% you love the rest of the animals.
Okay, I'll call that even. Yes.
That's not even close to being even.
Well, okay, I mean like that's right. Okay. I'll say that.
Okay, well, besides dogs, what other animals do you have soft spots for? Besides pandas. You know, something inhabitable.
I don't have that much soft spots for anything other than dogs.
That's okay. Well, then Diane's dog shelter. It's coming soon, people.
I wish.
Let's see. There's a lot of there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to get to, which we did, and I credit a lot of things that Diane has taught me over the years, and I'm gonna get right to it. This specific person, I'm just gonna dive right into it. junior year-ish, dark times. Diane was a person who reached out and helped me and basically gave me probably the best piece of advice, arguably the best piece of advice. I've gotten a lot of great advice over the times, but best piece of advice, which is you have to love yourself before you love anybody else. Mm-hmm. And that, it was from 2015, as I've said in previous videos, was probably the worst time of my life. So, and that piece of advice was kind of like on loop through the entire time, and it helped. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So, and like I said, where do you get this wisdom from?
I don't know. I've been having like people come to me just to talk since I can remember, and I love it. I love helping people. I think that's like the most rewarding thing whenever you make someone laugh or you like make them forget about what they're going through. So I think that anytime that I can help, that I'm like, I'm gonna help.
So you don't know where you get it from. You don't think maybe you get it from a family member, get it from an experience, you get it from, you know what I'm saying, or does it just happen naturally?
I think it just happened naturally.
Oh, look at somebody's really cool. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this has been awesome for me personally because, again, I haven't seen this person in 3 years. And she's been literally across the pond and back with adventures and stories and learning experiences. And what holds the future for Diane Kenney now? What's the next move?
I start dental assisting on Wednesday.
Wow.
And basically just going to get to the point where I can financially take care of myself. That's all I'm worried about right now.
That's a beautiful thing, people.
Thank you.
That's the number one goal. That's actually my number one goal in life.
Just be able to take care of yourself.
It's
so like you don't realize like how important it is.
Plus I think the feeling for it is probably like so gratifying.
Yeah,
it's
not
like
having to depend on anybody.
Yeah, and you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to depend on anybody. You can do stuff by yourself. You can fund stuff by yourself. You don't have to ask anybody anything.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing. But everybody knows how we end this. I'll give Diane a couple to look through her phone for a song that she wants people to listen to, or if she has one off the top of her head. I'll go with mine. This I wouldn't say it's disrespectful. But it is. But it's not. A$AP Bob came out with a compilation tape known as Cozy Tapes 2, Too Cozy, and they have a cut towards, which I think is the 6th. No, it's the 15th. It's the 15th song. I think I might be correct. Let me make sure it's the right one, because I might be right. If I'm right, I'm a genius. But basically, this is a song called What Happens. It features literally everybody from the East Coast, from my favorite rapper of all time, Joey Badass, to Nick, to Pro Era members Nick Caution, Kirk Knight, Flatbush Zombies members Zombie Juice, and Michi Darko. I was right. It was the 15th cut. So it's produced by the legendary, one of my favorite producers from one of my favorite rap groups of all time, the Wu-Tang Clan, RZA, off of the Cozy Tapes. What Happens, it's Ferg, it's Ferg, Rocky, Playboy Cardi, Joey Badass, Nick Caution, Kirk Knight, Zombie Juice, Michi Darko, and yeah, that's about it. Produced by RZA, off of Two Cozies.
I have no idea what you just said.
So everybody does that because it's just me. But if you had to pick one song that you want to share with the world, whether it's your favorite song, whether it's a song you've been listening to as of lately, something that sticks out of your mind, what would it be?
Oh God. Okay, we'll go with what I just listened to in the car. Scar Tissue by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Really? Okay.
I freaking love that song.
Okay, so Red Hot Chili Peppers is a very popular group on this show. Everybody likes most of the music. I think everybody does. Also, as soon as we end this, 972 to Infinity, my screenplay, my listening experience, all that stuff. First part is now being constructed, it's being recorded, all that other stuff. The cover will be shot this month. I'm not going to say when it's going to be released, but the cover will be shot this month. I'm excited for it. Ladies and gentlemen, one time for Diane Kennedy for coming through. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being on the show. Any closing words for the public?
Be a boss ass bitch.
I'm just gonna end it there. Y'all know the slogan, one love.